Well, internet traffic is increasing exponentially, and with consumer demands following suit, businesses becoming more aware that they need to tackle their tech troubles before they even start if they want to continue strong interactions with consumers on the net. Podjarny, CTO for Web Performance at Akamai, joins us now from our Sydney CBD studio. Thanks very much for your time. I was reading about 40%, is this correct? About 40% of the world today has an internet connection, but that is just going to grow, I imagine.
Yes, definitely. The connectivity would continue to grow, and the type of connectivity, as we sort of get a variety of different ways to connect to the internet through cellular, through other kind of broad metro network connectivities, and more devices, more and more people will be connected, and more of our life would sort of go digital, would be powered by digital, and be interweaved into our day-to-day lives.
What does that mean? I mean, how is it going to change? How does it impact our day-to-day life, do you think?
In pretty much any way, every possible way. It ranges from the things that we have kind of already made a switch for instance, the amount of online shopping that we do, or the amount of communication that we do today through the internet versus through phones. But it goes on into algorithms that shape our culture, things like the predictive logic of Netflix, or the recommendation engines that recommend what should we buy next on a big popular e-commerce site. All of these things sort of really shape our behavior and push our activity. And subsequently, with the Internet of Things, it'll be things that are much more intertwined into our day-to-day lives, with fitness trackers like Fitbit and the others, shaping some sports activities with health monitors. So really things, even a connected home, right? Light switches, things that we're very much used to doing in a slightly more analog fashion, maybe electrical still, would sort of go digital, would go online.
What does that mean for the average consumer? Does that increase the level of service and just the general demand, if you like, consumers now expect, considering the advances in technology and the ongoing evolution of technology that they have able to grasp?
Yeah, I think consumers demand of technology that it become as seamless as possible. Yes, a part of it is about consumers learning how to interact with these services, but a more important aspect of it is for the services to learn to adapt to the consumers. A good example of that is lag, or sort of the slowness of interactions. We've been, as consumers, somewhat conditioned to expect or accept a certain amount of delay when something is behind a screen. Even on that front, we're seeing a lot of impatience growing. We're seeing websites, mobile applications that really do well on making their sites performant and very, very fast do well. But this type of gap would really grow when we talk about interactions in the real world. If you flip a switch to try and light a connected bulb, or if you talk to your phone to a Siri and you're trying to get the local coffee shops, you're having a conversation. You have zero tolerance for accepting lag. So it's about interacting with our kind of natural user interfaces, natural modes of interaction, but it's also about making that experience seamless, instant, and just sort of friendly, more about the technology adapting to us than vice versa.
Well, with that level of heightened demand, if you like, from consumers, and I suppose a level of fickleness then if it doesn't meet that expectation, how big a challenge is that for business to be able to not just meet that level of expectation, but meet it consistently?
It is definitely a big challenge, and there's a carrot and stick going on here. On one side, we're seeing that businesses that do not invest in supporting this wide variety of systems, or once again making kind of their businesses performant, are getting higher abandonment rates. People don't wait for a web page to complete, they move away. A lot of brick and mortar businesses are now being judged a lot by the online experience, or the seamless experience between them. And there's also the carrot component of it. We're seeing much higher conversion rate, this percentage of users that, for instance, go to an e-commerce site and purchase. We're seeing that things like a smooth design for mobile devices or very fast performance can double and more the percentage of users that would actually go off and purchase a service online, or the amount of engagement that they would have with the website. So definitely a challenge, and I think businesses need to think about this as a strategic challenge. It's not just about covering or supporting this device or this model of interaction. It's about changing the platform, making sure that your technology stack, making sure that your development methodologies, making sure that how you tackle technology is designed to be modular, to be agile, to be able to respond to whatever it is new device that a Samsung or an Apple or another player would send our way, and sort of set up to be able to respond and take advantage of these new mediums of interaction with your customers as quickly as you possibly can.
All right, Guy Podjarny, look, appreciate you joining us today. Thanks very much.
Thanks for having me.
We're going to take a quick break coming up.